So, I put a poll up on Instagram last week and I asked you guys whether you wanted me to do things I love in books or judging my January reads based on their cover alone. And basically, my January reads won the poll. It was 75% of the votes. So, nice to see that you guys want that. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to judge all of the 5.5 books that I read. I am including The Goldfinch because I'm determined to include it in everything because it is a long book. So yes, I'm going to be judging the 6 books and rating them on a scale of 1 to 6 based off the cover alone, where I think they fit in comparison to the others, going from 6 to 1, worst to best. And also I want to give you just a bit of a description of why I like the cover, what I didn't like about it, and why I felt it deserved the position it was in. So the 6th position is The Goldfinch. Yeah, I had to get it in there, so I put it as 6th. Really, here's the cover. I didn't really like the cover. I just think it looked very boring. I said when I picked the book up, when I googled the book, I thought it was going to be set in like the 1940s, something like that. It looks very old-fashioned, and that just doesn't appeal to me. I don't really find old-fashioned looking things appealing. Because, as I've mentioned, I'm not really a historical kind of guy. I like very contemporary novels. I don't really read historical books. And the book looked like it was going to have an historical background, basically. I do like the fact that the goldfinch itself is actually on the cover. The goldfinch reference... If you don't know, the goldfinch is reference to a painting. It's not an actual goldfinch. And it's not a nickname or anything. It's reference to a painting that the main character has in his possession. And I just felt there was much more that could have been on the book cover. I mean, I've not finished the book, so it means that I can't really be biased on how it worked. But I just felt like it was lacking. It wasn't... If I saw that book in a shop, I wouldn't have bought it. I wouldn't have even picked it up to read it. Whereas I'm actually enjoying the book, so the cover let me down. So had I judged it by the cover, I wouldn't be reading it. Okay, so 5th is Peter Pan. I don't think the cover's bad. I just think it's very basic. It's very boring. There's not really that much to it. And also, it's very difficult for me to judge because the cover that I have, this one, is from the ebook that I read. So I didn't really have a physical copy of the book. It made it much harder for me to actually enjoy seeing it. Again, had I seen it with that cover, probably wouldn't have purchased it. But I may have just purchased it for the story alone because Peter Pan's obviously so well known. Even if you haven't seen the film or read the book before, it's very well known. So I may have picked it up, but not based off the cover. Okay, 4th, I've put the 39 Steps. I like the cover of the 39 Steps. Cheating a bit because I have read it. It's very relatable to the story. But ignoring that, it looks very entertaining, really. It makes me want to look at that and think, what the hell is going on there? So I have to pick up the book and read it and find out what is going on there. So yeah, overall, it's not bad. It's just not one of the best covers I've seen. It's good. Again, it looks a bit old. And really, to be fair, it is an older one. It's set in the past significantly. But it looks like that. And as I've said, not my kind of book. So, surprising, because I did rate it 5 stars. Again, it's a script, not a book. People sometimes don't class them as books. I personally will class them as things I've read because really I took a lot of time to read it. It might have only been a day, but it took me a day to read it and I'm determined to include that. So yeah, it's okay. It's good. It's good. I don't see that negatively in any way. Okay, 3rd is Airport Code Red. Now, I don't particularly mind the cover. But again, I just think it's a bit basic. It's okay, it's good. It's one of my favourite ones because It's obviously a darker book, and that entices me. And yeah, it entices me, it excites me. It looks typically like a book I would read. Not necessarily that I would think, oh yes, I definitely have to read this, but something that I would think, oh, looks interesting, I'll pick it up. Okay, so we have 2 books left. We have The Tattoos of Auschwitz and Out of Sight. And in second place, drum roll, I'm never doing that again. Yes, second place, The Tattoos of Auschwitz. I really like this cover. I don't necessarily think it's something I'd see and think I absolutely have to read it, but it's really good. It has the 2 hands holding, it shows that it's the romance. It has the base of Auschwitz at the bottom, shows that it's based in Auschwitz. It has all the information necessary on it. It has the fact on the hand, and I love the detail, is that it's got the number tattooed, and I love it. I don't really have any criticisms of the cover. I do think the cover was fantastic. I think the main reason I've put it as second, really, is because of number 1, which is Out of Sight. And it's just very me. That is very me. It is definitely the kind of book I would pick up. It's definitely the kind of book that would entice me to make it read, because it's obviously dark, it's got the nice colours on it. It's just very enticing for me. There's obviously a bit of mystery there. It's obviously quite a dark book. It's perfect for me, that book. That is the only reason I think Out of Sight would get first, based off the fact that I would pick it up immediately and think I have to read this. So that is my ratings based off the covers alone. Obviously, I've read all of the books. I've give you a rating scale in my wrap-up. Check that out if you haven't already. Bit of selfish plugging. And obviously you will know, have you seen the wrap up, that my ratings here are not representative of the books. For example, Goldfinch, don't know where I'm at with it, not finished it yet, but I am loving it. Airport Code Red, 3rd in the list. Worst book I've read in January. Tattoos of Auschwitz, not that great. 4th place, 39 Steps, my highest rated book on Goodreads. It's not very representative at all, and that's why I really like doing this, actually. I enjoyed this. I may do this every month, I'll see. But I think it's great to just base your judgment on the cover alone, and then once you've read it, you can see whether your judgments were correct. What do you think? What do you think by looking just at the cover without knowing anything about the book? And yeah, I enjoyed that. So if you enjoyed that, I will be more than happy to do it again every month, or next month, or whenever months you'd like. If you did enjoy it, please comment down below. Especially, I want to know your opinions. What do you think of these book covers? Are there any in particular that you would pick up that I've said I wouldn't? Are there books that you didn't like that I've said I would love? And yeah, talk to me. Please comment. I really do appreciate the comments. I really love the comments that you give. I love having that discussion. And that is all from me, so I will see you next time. I post every Monday, Wednesday and Saturday. Thank you.